Hello everybody and welcome to another toy review. Today I'm taking a look at another Chinese kind of manufactured toy line, very similar to that of Transformers. These are known as robot formers, and this guy is known only as 02 Blue. First impressions, he is, looks to be a Bugatti. I could be wrong, it just looks like a huge version of Age of Extinction Drift, doesn't he? But actually these guys have been on the market for a heck a long time. Really a long time these have been on the market. And yeah, they're actually not too bad at all. Build quality, it's not quite Hasbro standard, but these aren't Poundland plastic. And I don't know if you can see there is actually a speckled blue glittery shine to this. I think I'm picking that up on the camera, which is really nice. Actually, a really nice paint job. Just wish we had some sort of painted on screen or something, or the windows all blacked out. It rolls pretty well. The wheels actually spin. They're actually really nice wheels on this. And the detailing, considering it's a cheap toy, isn't actually all that bad. Overall impressions of the vehicle mode is it's quite pleasing to the eye, and it's a really big guy. I mean, these robo formers, as they're called, come in various shapes and sizes. This is probably one of the largest. The vehicle itself is almost alternator scale, and the actual robot mode is probably around Voyager, so it's a good size. Unfortunately for me, this figure is not without its defects. As you can see here, this side sits really plush, and this side is slightly raised. It can be rectified. I'll show you what the actual issue is when I get this guy transformed. And yeah, I imagine it's not going to be too difficult to rectify it, but I'm showing you as it comes out of the pack, fresh from Sirtoys. There's also a couple of slightly sloppy areas on the paint here, but all in all, it's not a bad toy. You know, kids are going to absolutely love these. Now, he does come with a kind of cannon-like exhaust engine thing weapon, and I have no idea where to mount it on this guy. There doesn't appear to be anywhere to store it in vehicle mode. Nothing kind of pegs in, and there's a lot of kibble under there. Like, that's pretty much just a robot. Yes, I'm a shell former. It doesn't really seem to fit anywhere under there to hide it. Maybe the weapon was an afterthought. Who knows? Here we have the Lamborghini mould, just to give you guys an idea of scale. See, he is a big car, really big. Definitely an alternator scale vehicle. Transformation of this guy is pretty straightforward. He is in essence just a shell former. So what you want to do, first things first, you want to unpeg these back sections here. You can then, the feet are on sliding ports just on the crotch. Slide this port here, slide that down, and then extend the leg. Again on this side, slide this port down. Always grab his crotch and just wiggle it down like so, and then just extend the legs fully. You then want to rotate his waist round like so, pull the heel spur section out like so, pull that and wiggle that back in, then fold this section over and pull forward the front of the toe. Let's do the same on this side. So pull this heel, slide that into the space, fold this section in, and fold the toe out like so. That's basically formed his legs and his heel spurs. Coming to the top, they are pegged in just here and just here. Unpeg those from the back canopy, and it's slid in either side. Just pull those sections out like so, and untab just there. See that small tab? It's pegged in just behind where those wheels are. Just get those out of the way for now. You can then see the chest already starts to slide as you unplug them. So do the same with this side. Just pull the arm socket and it will slide that chest. Now it's extremely stiff, but it needs to be slid. Once they're out, you can bring the chest section over his head and down and into place. You can then fold these ports, they're on this hinge here, push those down and they'll click into place. Again with this side, push that down and that clicks into place, and we are basically there. Fold out these hands like so and like so. Now it's entirely up to you what you do with the shoulders. I've seen them displayed like this, which I think I really like, or I've had them down like so, covering the rest of the arm. I think I'm going to display them up like that. It doesn't hinder it any more than what he already is. So there we go. There is O2 Blue. O2 Blue is an okay robot. He's not without his heavy flaws, and you know, he looks pretty good just standing there, but unfortunately that's about all he can do. He's a good display piece, he's quite bulky, he's a good size, but he has such limitations. As you can see, he's holding his gun in his hand, and this is probably one of the most striking poses I can get him in. He is really hindered by the shell forming. His face barely moves, there's a small nod on the head there. The arms can move up and down slightly, again shells do hit. That is the extent of the articulation on his arm. It won't bend any further at the elbow. He is plagued with monkey wrists. His hands just curl in. Ah, such a shame. I wish we had a bit of shoulder swivel as well. If we had some shoulder, like ball jointed shoulders, it'd probably really make a difference to this guy. He does have a waist swivel due to the transformation. He has a fairly good range of movement on those thighs. No upper thigh swivel, and again a very, very hindered knee joint, just due to the fact of where the knee goes. That is as far as it will turn. And you do have an up and down movement on the heel and the toe. But unfortunately that is about as far as we're going to get with this guy. It's such a shame because the actual transformation itself, if it worked, is actually pretty nice. And as far as shell formers go, he does look really nice. I mean, that's a pretty nice head sculpt on there. It almost looks kind of feline in my kind of essence of cat there, isn't there? But yeah, I like it. You don't really gain anything by having the arms up like so. You can't gain any real articulation. You can maybe move it back a little bit further, but you're still not getting anything extra from that. The trouble I was having with this guy in his vehicle mode was that this section here wouldn't attach properly to the chest section. Basically, the reasoning behind it, if we just remove his gun, pull that out, God, such a tight peg on that gun. This section here is actually raised. It should be sunk down behind the bonnet, like on that side. But on this side it actually isn't. I believe I can get around this by unscrewing the screws behind this arm, pulling this section off and basically trying to reposition it and then doing up the screws, because I don't think it's been placed in the correct position. Or even if I get a small Stanley blade or something and just run that across the top there once this section's been taken off, and that should really sort out the transformation. But unfortunately I don't think that's enough to save this figure. Here he is with Springer, so I mean he is possibly even an ultra class figure in size. If you're looking for a cheap toy that's going to keep your child occupied, I mean he doesn't feel like he's going to break. I could happily drop him and throw him about and the joints aren't going to snap. He does feel fairly robust, and I believe kids probably could get a good play value out of this. But if you're a collector like myself, it's not on the same sort of scale as like the Robo Revolution figure that I reviewed quite recently. I mean, that was almost kind of Hasbro Takara quality and build quality. This guy is just a little bit lackluster, and with the limited articulation, I'm afraid the rest of these Roboformers are going to be an easy pass for me. If you do want to purchase this guy, make sure you click through on the link in the description below to check out him and other toys at Sirtoys.com. And from myself and O2 Blue, thanks for watching. Until next time.